Hello everyone, this is just a quick recording about best practice for zipping TMA files and BlueJ files within the TMAs. Every year I do get some issues with some of the ways that zipping has been done and about how projects are then copied over into the submission files. So it's just a quick 5-minute review of how things get zipped up and how things get stored from a BlueJ perspective. So when you actually create a BlueJ project, it actually creates a folder and then saves all the files needed for that particular project within the folder. So you'll see I've got my documents area open here, my M250 folder, and I've got lots and lots of things, all different folders, but you'll see I have one called my projects. Now this is where I set up my own BlueJ files and projects ready for tutorials. Some of these you'll come across when I do some tutorials later on. So each one is a different project. So within each one we actually have a folder, we have a package, BlueJ. Usually it has a little picture of the BlueJ, it probably will on yours. I think it's just because I haven't really been running BlueJ on this particular laptop. But you'll see that I have my class here, so as a minimum this is quite a small project. We have our package, we have our readme, which is there, and we'll make use of those in later TMAs. Then we have our classes, so I've got two classes here, one for a microwave, one for a controller, and each one of those classes has two supporting files, a class file and a ctext file. So if I was submitting this folder, if this was my project for my TMA, I would submit the whole of this. What happens is I get parts of these files, so I might get the package or I might just get the two Java files. I don't get everything, and I need everything. So examples here, and I'll go into a few others. This is the one I'm going to use today. Again, has got exactly the same format. We have our package, we've got our readme, we've got our two classes and their supporting files. Sometimes, and I think particularly with TMA 01, you will have further folders within here for having some of those supporting work for that question on the initials. But today I'm just going to deal with quite simply. So if I go back up to my folder, I've got two here, and this is what I mean when I say TMA demo corrupt. This is an example of something that I quite often get, is I'll get a solution file in Word, no PDFs, and then I'll get a package, or I'll just get a class file and none of the other supporting files, and I need the whole folder. So the easiest way to do this, now if like me, I like working on my projects in my own area and then copying them over into my submission file when I'm ready. So if I want to do this, I'm going to use this itpat demo folder. I want to submit all of these so my tutor can open up everything. So I will right click on it, click on copy the whole folder, navigate to where I want to submit it. Here's my nice clean one with just my solution file in. I right click again, press paste. Take a moment to think about it. There it is, it's come across quite quickly. There's my folder. There are my files. Absolutely perfect. Now, to actually zip these up, there are two ways of doing it. One puts like an extra layer in there. So if I go back up to this is the easiest way first, is TMA demo. I right click on it, go compress to zip file, so no 7zip, no RAR files. The OU systems are very specifically set up for WinZip, and you run the risk of it getting really corrupted, your files getting corrupted, and then your tutor can't mark them. So always make sure you use a WinZip file. There you go, it's done it. Gives us a chance to change its name. If I double click into it, we can see there's my folder. I zipped up the whole folder, there's the folder. It puts an extra layer in there. But there's my folder, there's all my files still, and there's my solution file. I don't like this extra layer here. I like to come in there and see everything. So I kind of zip things up a slightly different way. So I will go to the folder. I'm going to select both of these with a shift, Then I'm going to click my compress to my zip file again. I'm going to just change its name here. It's not really making that much difference. TMA submission. Again, zip file in there. You can see it goes straight to my project and my solution file, which is something I just prefer. And then I can make sure I submit that one. Obviously you can only submit one file. This is why we have to zip them up. You can only submit one file through the system. So obviously where we've got lots of different files, lots of different projects going on, we will have to you have to make sure you zip everything. So that's it. If there's any questions, any queries at all, please do let me know. Just drop me an email, and then I'll answer any questions that you have, and good luck with your TMA.